Maurice, Rathasker Stud has been in your family since the mid-80s. You might tell us a little bit about how you came to acquire it and how you've gotten to this stage.
My family originally were in Northern Ireland, and my father sold the farm in Northern Ireland, moved down to Kilkenny, bought Lodge Park Stud. I was there with my brother Seamus, and we were working the farm together. And then, as families do, you try to expand and go on. So we looked at a number of different properties, and eventually Rathasker was on the market, and we came up and we were lucky enough to buy it at that time.
Things are going well for you at the moment. You have some very, very nice stallions here, you know, 3 in particular, and we'll obviously start with Bungle in the Jungle, who's had a brilliant first season as a stallion.
Yes, I mean, we were always watching him when he was racing in England. He was very precocious and well-made horse. He was a very good 2-year-old. He won the Malcolm and the Cornwallis, second in the Flying Childers, placed also at Royal Ascot in the Windsor Castle. So we were looking at him, and then when he came up available for purchase, we bought him. Then we went out and we advertised him, showed him people. Lucky enough, we had people use him as a stallion. And then his progeny went at the track this year, and he was knocking heads all the way from the start against No Nay Never, which is great. It was a great year because we were there and the small guy, and they had a bigger operation, but our lad kept going and kept producing winners and ended up with 27 individual winners, and finished high on the first season sires table, and has increased in service fee this year, and is going to be very well supported next year.
And your other stallions, I mean, Angel, obviously a high-class performer on the flat as well, and the first of his progeny will race this year.
Yeah, we bought him. He's an interesting horse. He was an expensive yearling. He's by a well-recognised horse in Bohemian Bounty. He's an outcast across most of the Northern Answer Line mares that are in Ireland. We seen he was available. We bought him. We brought him in. He was extremely popular. He covered over 180 mares in his first year, and he'll have about 140 2-year-olds now this year to run. So how good or bad they are, we don't know, but they're out there. They're in good hotels. They're in all the top trainers' yards. So at the end of the year, we'll know how they get on.
And you have the striking grey Clodeville as well, Maurice. You might just tell us a bit about how Clodeville has gone for you.
You know, Clodeville's always sired good horses. They've been in good yards. They've been Richard Hannon's, Gonj Gosson, Richard Farley. All the men have had a lot of luck with them, Mick Shannon as well. And they're always coming back to buy them. So we have covered always a lot of young mares with him, and he produces plenty of black type horses. So he's been a very lucky horse for us, and people they've used. You know.
Maurice, running a small to medium-sized enterprise like your own has its own challenges, I'm sure, in a lot of cases. One of them, I suppose, is you've got to try and produce as many colt foals as you possibly can. I mean, that's obviously where the money is. How does that work out for you in terms of the balance?
Look, if you cover 10 mares, the law's average, you're going to have 5 colts and 5 fillies. You know, and probably it'll work out over 3 years, that's what it'll be. But you know, some years will have more colts and fillies and so on. The most important thing is probably producing quality. If you can get mares that produce good race horses, therefore then fillies sometimes are just worth as much as the colts. If your mares are lesser quality, it's very important to get your colt foals. But you just do your best, rear them as best you can, feed them well, look after them, and then they go to the racetrack. And if they run and win high-class races, then you'll get well paid. The most important thing is producing racehorses. If you keep producing good racehorses, trainers will keep coming back to you. And if you produce really good racehorses, then the top trainers come back to you. So the most important thing is producing winners. You know, the commercial aspect is very important, keeps you in business, but producing the winners is the thing that keeps you in business a long time.